The backrooms. Quantum tunneling is a random phenomenon in which particles phase through barriers such as walls, floors, and any objects of matter. Many physicists have agreed it's theoretically possible, and quantum tunneling is how you access the backrooms, but it's always by accident. Imagine this. You're chilling in your room, listening to music, reading a book, and out of nowhere, you randomly face to the floor. You look around and it's an endless mono-yellow tunnel of hallways, with the only noise being a background buzz of old fluorescent light bulbs. The scary part is, most people in the world have agreed the depictions of the backrooms look eerily familiar. And it takes months and months to escape, and when you do, all you've done is exited level 0, and there are 5 more to go, and unfortunately, they only get worse.
Where can you find the backrooms? We have this question from Marilyn.008. They ask, is the backrooms a dream or a building? Surprisingly, both. You are able to enter the backrooms by dreaming, as well as taking a wrong turn in a store only to find yourself in the backrooms. Now I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. Have you ever walked into a mall? The restrooms are always in the weirdest places, a lot of times at the end of a long hallway. Sometimes things like that can lead you to the backrooms, but that's only if you know Clip. Level 6 of the backrooms. But before I start this video, if you have major anxiety or derealization issues, then please keep scrolling. So I've gotten a lot of questions about level 6. Level 6 is highly considered to be the most dangerous level. As you can see in the picture, level 6 is a connection of empty metal rooms. For the most part, like 99% of the time, it's pitch black. If you see a light, do not head towards the light. On this level, you hear groanings and moans, and your brain begins to hallucinate. The only entity on this level are insanities, and to avoid these, you're going to need almond water to feed your brain. But once the hallucinations finally get to you, you become an insanity yourself.
The backrooms, level 6. Level 6 is an extremely dangerous level, although not in the way that you would think. This level is completely devoid of all natural light. It's almost impossible to travel through unless you have a flashlight or a lantern on you. Even though it is possible, not many travelers stay long enough to find anything of note. In fact, this level is very seldom traveled through and even more seldom survived. There's very little additional information or photographs about this level, although it is rumored that this level contains no entities at all, at least not any physical ones, but rather a general atmosphere that lets out the ones in your head, quote unquote. It is also rumored that this level in and of itself is an entity, but there isn't really much evidence to support that theory. The backrooms, level 7. This level is just a bit complicated. I'll explain. When you enter this floor, you come across a room that looks like this. It has just a thin layer of water on the floor of that room, and on one side of the room is a door. When you open the door, it's gonna look a little bit like this. When you're inside the room, you're still standing upright. However, when you look out the door, you're going to see a vast expansion of water, which seems to be rotated on its side. So when you step out of the room is going to rotate and you're going to be like this. And that is the best way I can explain that. Now, there isn't anything else on this level except for a creature called the Thing, which seems to have killed off every other living thing on this level. The only thing to do here is find the exit and find it quickly. Now, there are 2 ways that you can exit this floor. One is by a strange hole on the bottom of the ocean floor somewhere on the level. But a more practical exit is a set of double doors located somewhere near the first room. The backrooms, level 8. Do you guys remember the underwater exit in level 7? Well, that exit leads to level 8. Level 8 is pretty much just a giant expansive cave system. It's pitch black, so it's a very dangerous level. Level 8 is inhabited by tons of spiders and spider-like entities, most of which are venomous. There are also massive king and queen spiders. King spiders are not venomous, but the queen spiders are unfortunately highly venomous and will kill you within minutes. There are a number of random water pools scattered throughout the caves in dead ends. Stepping in these pools is highly unadvisable, because anything that steps foot in these pools is torn apart and dragged down by humanoid black tar-covered hands. Areas of this cave are rumored to be dripping almond water from the ceilings.
What creatures look like in the backrooms, part 2. But before I start this video, if you have major anxiety or derealization issues, then please keep scrolling. Introducing Level 2 Creatures of the Backrooms. As you can tell by these images, as each level progresses, the creatures and monsters become more distorted. Stay tuned for some more backroom content.
Creatures in the Backrooms, Part 5. These entities are called the chickens. Yes, you heard that right. The chickens. They're just like normal chickens, except they're a lot bigger. It's possible that these are shape-shifting creatures due to their glowing eyes. Sightings of a large crocodile with glowing eyes seem to support the theory that they might be the same creature. The chickens are extremely stupid. If you approach one of them, they'll start squawking extremely loudly and start chasing you. However, after a few steps, it will fall flat on its face. When it does this, it will flip over and then stand on the ceiling apparently, and it will keep squawking at you until you leave the area. These creatures are usually found on level 5, but they can also be found on level 3. If you encounter one on level 3, it will also try to hurt you with its claws.
Can you find other humans in the backrooms? This question was submitted by JLoShark10. There is a possibility that you will run into other people in the backrooms, but whether you see another human or not while in the backrooms, it's best not to trust them, no matter how human they look. Why you should always avoid windows in the backrooms. But before I start this video, if you have major anxiety or derealization issues, then please keep scrolling. So if you've been following me or been watching my videos, chances are you've probably seen this picture sometime or another. As you can see in the picture, there are windows. While you're in the backrooms, you should never trust windows, because like monsters and creatures in the backrooms, a window is also an entity as well. Windows found in the backrooms are made to fool you. You should never use one to try to escape. If you see windows on level 1 and you go through the window, you'll end up stuck in between a level 1 and 2, so you'd be on level 1.5. So when you're in the backrooms, avoid windows at all costs, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Something strange about the front rooms. You can get to the front rooms through the back rooms, and vice versa. It's more common to get stuck in the back rooms rather than the front rooms, because getting into the front rooms is very, very rare. Although the front rooms and the back rooms are two different things, there are people that believe that the front rooms is actually a part of the back rooms. It's believed that the front rooms is a different level of the back rooms, this level being referred to as Horror Hotel or Tower of Terror. Can you die in the back rooms? I get this question quite often, and the answer is no, you cannot die in the back rooms. If you do so, die in the back rooms, then you would restart at the beginning of the levels. For instance, if I died on level 1, then I would go back to the beginning of level 1. And it's the same for all the levels. So do with that information what you will. How to leave the back rooms. Before I start this video, if you have major anxiety or derealization issues, then please keep scrolling. So, you're in the back rooms. How do you get out? Step number 1. Stop where you are. This step is the most important. It's also the hardest step. Step number 2, don't move at all. If you try to retrace your steps back to the beginning, you'll only stray further away from leaving. Step number 3, convince yourself that it's just a dream. Tell yourself to wake up. Tell yourself to wake up. Leaving the back rooms is really hard to do, so none of these will be easy to accomplish. But yeah, that's how you snap back into the real world. So y'all stay safe.